Hello and welcome to Optics Trade's YouTube channel. I have an outstanding optical device here in front of me today. These are the Swarovski NL Pure 8x42 binoculars, and their release was one of the biggest news in the field of optics in 2020. There was a lot of hype around these binoculars right after their release, and this hype hasn't died down to this day. We are now already in February 2021 and this device is still in the spotlight. In 2020, only SHOT Show took place out of all the major fairs in the field of optics. IWA was first postponed, then cancelled, so Swarovski decided to present these binoculars to the public by the means of a webinar. And as befits Swarovski, the presentation was well prepared and executed. Before we move on to explaining the features of this marvelous piece of optics here, I think that we should go a few years back to see how these binoculars came to be. Swarovski introduced the EL binoculars in 1999, which featured an open bridge configuration. They were really easy to handle, and for this reason, and because they were great optically, they became popular quite soon after their release. Around 10 years later, Swarovski remodeled the EL series, adding their Swarovision technology, which is based on a field flattening lens system. These binoculars were incredible optically, and it was only a matter of time when Leica and Zeiss, the other two renowned European optics manufacturers and Swarovski's main competitors, would come up with an answer. Zeiss released Victory SF in 2014 and Leica its Noctivid in 2016. Now, since 2016, all these manufacturers have had a high-end competitor in the field of binoculars, and it was really difficult to decide for me and for all other people I know which one of these binoculars is better, as every device had its advantages and perhaps some slight disadvantages. Now Swarovski has gone one step further by introducing binoculars that are superior to the already outstanding EL binoculars. Not only that they have binoculars that Zeiss and Leica will definitely try to compete against, they also lower the price of the EL binoculars. The 42mm objective lens models now cost around 1,850 euros, which makes them almost 500 euros cheaper than Noctivid and Victory SF. It's a horrible situation for their competitors indeed, and also a perfect time to get yourself an EL if you are a bargain hunter. With NL Pure here, they set a new benchmark in the field of premium binoculars, and we are eager to see what the competition will have to say about that. Let's start this review with the model range. So we have three models. The first one is the 8x42, which we have here, and which we're going to review today. Then we also have the 10x42 model. We already have a review on that. You can check it out, find it on our YouTube channel. And then there is also 12x42, which is very special because Swarovski has never produced binoculars that combine a 12 times magnification and 42mm objective lens up to now. There is also a slight price difference between these models. The 8x42 costs 2,850, the 10x42 costs 2,900 euros, and the 12x42 2,950 euros. Each increase in the magnification makes the device 50 euros more expensive. Now that I'm going to take a look at this 8x42, I want to start this by saying that I'll try to compare them to the EL Swarovision as much as possible to see what justifies the price difference between them. Let's start with the characteristics that these binoculars share. First, the NL Pure has the same strap attachment system here on the sides, and I'm really glad to see that. This is still one of the best ways to attach a strap in the field of binoculars, as it is simple, easy, and aesthetic. So in this box here you get the parts with which you replace the ones already on if you wish to have the strap attached. It's really easy to install them, and as I said, it's a great solution. The eyepiece and objective rubber lens covers are also the same. You can see that the solution here is what we've seen before with Swarovski. They're made from rubber. And then we have a one-piece eyepiece cover made out of rubber, which is also the same as with EL. Apart from that, much has been changed on the NL Pure. If we focus on the outer appearance first, we can see that the NL Pure features a distinctive, unique shape when it comes to the barrels. They are narrower here in the middle, they taper towards the middle, and not only does that help achieve an elegant look that is pleasing to the eye, it also makes it very comfortable to hold the binoculars with a single hand like so. The housing is made out of magnesium, just like on the EL. And then we have the bridge, which is very cleverly designed. With binoculars, we are used to having a single bridge and an open bridge configuration. The open bridge configuration is often referred to as superior one, as it provides better handling, and it is also easier to hold the binoculars with an open bridge configuration, so with one hand when observing. With NL Pure, Swarovski went for a mixture of a single bridge and open bridge design. We have a single bridge, but it is moved towards the rear so that you can comfortably hold it in one hand still. I like to call this a hybrid between open bridge and single bridge design, and I think that in the future more premium binoculars will be like this. It is also much more aesthetic because there is nothing here in the front of binoculars. So we have aesthetic purpose and we have the comfort when holding. We have both of these. What about the dimensions? Well, it is 158 millimeters long, which makes it shorter than the EL. It is 130 millimeters wide when fully extended. It weighs around 860 grams, and the interpupillary distance can be set from 56 to 74 millimeters. It comes with a central focusing. The compartment here is completely different from EL or SLC binoculars. You can see that the knob is in a different place. The focusing works well. It has got a nice firmness to it. The surface is wavy to provide you with a better grip. And almost 2 turns are needed to rotate the knob all the way. The movement is not too stiff, and I would say that this focusing system is the golden mean between slow focus and fast focus, so both hunters and birders can benefit from it. Let's take a look at the eyepieces now. So they are of great quality and very comfortable to rest your eyes on. Not too thick or pointy here on the sides, as you can see. They can be set to various positions for an optimal eye relief. I think there are 7 positions altogether, so you can delicately set the correct eye relief for optimal comfort when using the NL Pure. Then we have a brand new way of setting the diopter. There is some sort of a wheel here with a pin on it. You can see it. The values for the diopter setting are written here at the bottom of the binoculars. So this is what you have to look for when setting it. It is not lockable, which is quite strange as both ELs and SLCs have a locking diopter setting, but Swarovski probably thought that the wheel is firm enough for you to not move it by accident, and I do have to say that it's quite firm. And moving it by accident would really require quite a lot of force. Now the thing that I am mostly quite eager to show you is the new accessory that's available for the NL Pure. An interesting novelty made by Swarovski, designed specially for the NL Pure binoculars. It costs 129 euros. They call it the forehead rest. It really looks simple, and I have to be honest that I wasn't expecting much from it. But when I tried using it, I was really impressed, especially when I took these with me to the mountainside. It provides an additional point of contact with your face and thus significantly increases stability. Now, you get the NL Pure with these screws in each in their location here on this compartment. And then you have to remove these screws with the help of this Torx tool here, which you get with the forehead rest. And then you simply put on the forehead rest by pressing it into position like so. Once it's on, you can set the optimal eye relief. There are plenty of different positions so that you can adjust it perfectly. And as I said, it provides an additional point of contact with your face. This is a really simple solution, but no one in the world of binoculars has thought of it before. So I think that many other manufacturers will try to copy this in their future when they recognize the potential. It is especially noticeable if you're fatigued while observing. When I went to the mountainside, I used this on quite a lot of occasions, and I was quite fatigued while observing, and I noticed that this really significantly helps stabilize the image for me. So this is really something great to have. I would say it's optional on the 8x42 and 10x42, but if you have a 12x42, these are almost a must-have, as they will definitely lift the whole observing experience to a whole new level. Okay, so they're made in Austria, just like all the other binoculars made by Swarovski. It's written right here, next to the serial number. They're covered by a 10-year warranty. And as I said, these are the 8x42 models. So this is one of the most popular configuration of binoculars on the market, definitely. Many refer to this as the all-round configuration because you can use it for all sorts of stuff. It's great for hikers, it's great for birders, and many other nature enthusiasts also like to use it. So the image is steadier compared to higher magnification models, so it's also great for beginners in the field of binoculars. The shaking of hands is not as noticeable, so you will stabilize the image efficiently without having to... So even if you're fatigued, the image is still stable. But you can also get this forehead rest here for additional stability. I would really like to point out the amazing field of view of this binocular. So this is the one thing that I'm mostly impressed, is that these binoculars have a field of view of 159 meters at 1000 meters. And when it comes to 8x magnification, these are currently the binoculars with the biggest field of view on the market. And I think that the increase in the field of view, even by only a few meters, is much more difficult to make than it sounds. Swarovski engineers really did a great job here. These binoculars feature many innovative Swarovski technologies such as Swarodur, Swarotop, Swarobright, and Swarovision. Swarovski uses only the best coatings for this device to make sure that the light transmission rate, image clarity, and sharpness are at a very high level. So just like the EL, the NL Pure uses the Swarovision technology, which flattens the field of view and delivers a distortion-free image. This is one of the Swarovski specialties, and Swarovision combined with the amazing field of view of the NL Pure gives user the impression that he or she is inside of the image. If you would like to read more about various Swarovision, so various Swarovski technologies such as Swarodur, Swarotop, Swarobright, you can check out their website where it's explained in detail. Thanks to all the coatings, these provide a 91% light transmission rate, which is great considering that this is a roof prism Schmidt-Pecken type binocular. The binoculars are purged with nitrogen, so the interior is purged with nitrogen to prevent internal fogging at low temperatures. You can use them in the winter time without problems. And they're waterproof and can withstand temperature as low as -25 degrees Celsius. Now we have gotten to the end of this review, and I would like to go through the great and not so great stuff, as we usually do in Optics Trade reviews. Starting with the pros, so we have the optical performance, which is outstanding. I think they've set a benchmark in optics once again. It is something that the other renowned optics manufacturers will now strive to compete against. We have amazing image clarity, We have edge-to-edge sharpness. We have a huge field of view of 159 meters at 1000 meters. And that combined with the field flattening system is simply a masterpiece in the field of optics. Then moving on to the build quality, which I also like. So we have, of course, the magnesium housing. We have the new design of the barrels, which are narrower here in the middle. The bridge, which is moved towards the rear, allowing the user to hold the binoculars with one hand and removing the unnecessary bridge in the front. So we have a hybrid of single and open bridge. Then we have quality eyepieces, which can be set to, I think, 7 positions. And they're also really comfortable to rest your eyes against. Really narrow here and not too pointy on the edges. Then we have an interesting diopter setting solution, which I like. And we have the strap attachment system, which is nothing new, but which I have to point out because I really like how it works. Then, last but not least, of course, the compatibility with the forehead rest, which adds an extra point of contact. It can be set to various positions so that you can set it to fit your forehead perfectly. You will gain extra stability, which is especially apparent when you're fatigued or when you're tired or when you just have problems gaining a stable image with just 2 points of contact. It really lifts the observing experience to a whole new level, and you have to try it to believe me. What about the cons? So it's difficult to find a disadvantage, but when it comes to premium binoculars, the disadvantage that we have to point out is definitely the price. At 2,850 euros, one would maybe expect to get some extras, such as a laser rangefinder or an advanced ballistics calculator, which you sadly don't get with the NL Pure, but this is just how it is. These are currently the best standard binoculars on the market, and they are worth the premium price. This is same in the world of watches, in the world of cars, mobile phones, so you pay more, you get more, and this is just how it is with the NL Pure. I would like to finish this review with the following sentence. So if you don't settle for anything but the best, the NL Pure is the way to go. So if you want no compromises and simply want just the clearest optics and best build quality, go for the NL Pure. But before I end this, I almost forgot that I forgot to go through all the things that you get, and I would really like to do that now. So we have the user manual, available in many languages. Then we have the lens cloth, so that you can get the dust and all the other unwanted particles off your optics. The parts which I already shown to you, so for strap attachment, which you simply replace with the existing ones if you want the strap attached. Then a really nice touch, the soap and brush here in this box here. Very natural look to it. 2 straps, one for the bag, one for the binoculars, and a very beautiful bag, as it is indeed in the habit of Swarovski to provide you with such accessories. So really soft on the inside to prevent damage to the binoculars when you're carrying them around. Then this forehead rest is not included. It is available as an extra for 129 euros, as I said, and with it you get this Torx tool, hexagonal, and you get also instruction on how to put on the forehead rest, and of course a carrying bag for the forehead rest if you're simply going to remove it at any time of the use, and of course the objective and ocular covers. Now I think that I'm finally finished with this reviews. I hope that you found it useful. If you did, like, subscribe, check out our other videos. Check out our review on the 10x42 model, and the 12x42 will definitely come too in the future. So keep an eye out for that. Thank you guys for watching, and see you next time. Take care, goodbye.